Ad Astra.
Gather!
No need to fret. I shall handle this.
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent...
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night King.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here.
Why are you all laughing like that?
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Ian-san, Paimon feels like the two of us might not see eye to eye. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Stabilize!
Laid bare.
Gather!
Whoa. The place we need to go seems really high up.
Solidify!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Gather! Solidify! Silence! Bow your head.
Leave it all to me.
Transfixed.
Gather! Stabilize!
Laid bare.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Gather!
This must be the entrance to...
Yes.
We actually had... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks...
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped...
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world...
Paimon's more work.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said. Or if this was the real world.
That's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not...
Yeah, these...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until... It's like it was seeking me out. I'm sorry I can only appear...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets.
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. That you're looking for a young girl. I'd like to help her. Be careful.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Get back here. You can't go wandering. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. I won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not could. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was probably...
Don't scare Paimon like...
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't...
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! No, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's...
Spin to win!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Transfixed. Wanted my full attention, did you?
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The YF's power helped keep me...
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but... That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to...
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. There are countless but if a proxy were to become severe...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated Still, we can't...
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night King.
Kachina?
What? Nothing. Just a...
Maybe we really should...
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want... You don't have anything to prove either.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go.
Thank you for...
You're a true...
No one...
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Everlasting as the moon!
Steady as stone.
Wyabb? Wyabb! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyabb, can you...
So we were right. The contamination is our... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. I thought this naive little girl was an exception. That is the tragedy of your short lives. Ancient names, pride. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right, because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal.
Well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than two of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve...
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
From the ashes to this here...
Carbon wave!
Let the flame...
Rapid wave!
No! I messed up. Again. We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely fantastic. This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain...
Wait.
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. And it took years worth of scars. And lots of The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac. A warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against its blaze will become one with the gaze of all Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Malani?
So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan.
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wayab first. Okay, that should be enough. Wayab.
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name. Focus on who you want to be. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it's time for you to leave this. Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on? An Earth?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
That's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us! The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here! Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan.
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
You might want to get a guide.
I'm heading east.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a...
Huh. There's a lot less stuff.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Arc... Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by... All right. That should do it for now. But just to be safe, I have to say, though, I've never seen...
He always has been special like that. He can even purify.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500...
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago. All the nations of Teyvat were unlike the other nations. Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so the battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came even then. It took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know, and still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss... The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan. Immediately after the war, Our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then, and it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certain. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansong of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Well, we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a...
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose.
Fuel?
Yes, the stories embodied by those items are certainly important. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of on their own. Each item's power. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
It's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan,
Even when you put it that way,
there's no need. Remember, the people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends, and
well, we'd still like to return the favor.
well, now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast, and we could all use the rest. Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. All right. You should head out. I'll...
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs. They attract people from all walks of life. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, even when they cause trouble. I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. Just like... So you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. The Abyss is a cunning enemy. One that my rage will never know. But you came to me because you knew you could I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we owe. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die.
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Seriously, though, Dad should be here.
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory, those who grew alongside those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh,
Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon...
She didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable. Her impulse.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so anyway,
What? Do you
No way. Chaska, I appreciate the understanding. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo!
Well done.
I always knew you could do it, with so much potential.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured when he insisted on repaying the favor. What was I supposed...
But the fact of the matter is...
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us.
It's amazing that you...
So,
Our team captain drank too...
all right. There's, dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being...
To be honest, it's... Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated. Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice.
How did you know? That's fine.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that...
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud. You feel loss keenly. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written? Including your...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, even if the future ends in destruction, There's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support.
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go if there's anything we can do to help.
I see. Thank you so much. No word, since we're facing the same...
All right.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commission?
Given how the Abyss has ramped... So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify... Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been...
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal...
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation...
Huh? Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Hello!
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. So I came here to sign up. Don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. Oh, by the way, Shilonin told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonin, the legendary forger of ancient names!
Shilonin is a true master. Now, she's always got a pile of commissions on her plate. So you usually have to... Well, I've already signed up as a warrior. So all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean...
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina.
On second thought, maybe I'll just...
Failure is just a step on the path to glory.
Shilonin, I brought the person who needs... He's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from him. I could...
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you...
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's... Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, ooh, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's
impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Yeah! I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible. Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running...
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just, focus on how we can pull this off. How do...
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done. And it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Oh, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings? Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work...
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the Traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of, I don't know, that requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. Paimon...
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even... I've heard that to get her help...
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help?
Well, yeah. At the cost of her... Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to our rocky... in that case, I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you...
Oh! Let's ask... Paimon sure hopes the Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right. Kaniche is a seasoned negotiator.
Great. Then I'll go...
Please just give me a moment to write the letter.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll...
I'm sorry to... Oh, wait, so could she...
But the Pyral Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom. Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps...
See, Lali knows him too? Ah, Huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revel, I've never met Auroran, but if they can...
Huh. Right?
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. Then, yeah.
Take care out there, Kanich. I'll be heading back as well.
Okay, then let's...
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take...
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going. Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler. I have, bad news. Lolly did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose...
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanich a response?
Yeah, well, she can... But let's go to the city.
That's true. Paimon doesn't see anybody.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their
A subject? Well, yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? She thinks she can ignore us just because she's famous. You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come
Huh? Lolly.
Wait, you're Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. Ah, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young... Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay.
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but, she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm not sorry.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that... your case seems... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really?
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend the meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." But... it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I...
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Night win, so they struggle dealing with her.
Anyway, Shilona.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him...
Yeah, that's why we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet, again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep, but I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance.
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful to—
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because he has always lived alone. And I found a broken jar in his house. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his That's not to say that I believe he's totally... In any case, I'm truly so...
You can count on us!
All right, then...
I forgot the lyrics.
This is an eyewitness. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why I'm convinced. However...
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big...
Auroron? He learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he built himself a... Oh well, he's been raising let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here. How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you.
Wow, you can even...
It requires a When I held your hand Anyway, we'll...
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting me.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that...
Huh? Was that St. Lolly's voice?
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things... Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yeah?
Wait. Let me see.
Paimon sees a
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. We've got... leaving such a subtle mark if they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't... no. I've got to be...
Crumble! Solidify!
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. I can also
Can each told it.
Huh. It's... there are signs of... judging from what's left on the scene.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before?
Given there are... I'll take this direction. Roron.
And off she go. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Lolly left, that voice, so you were thinking the same thing. She did say that she would... if you think about... I can see some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't tell. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly... But he can't have just evaporated into thin...
So, I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, Hello, Traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground?
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known...
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. In any case, let's... Need to be more careful.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're... But if you want to make... Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Aurora.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocked.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo.
Wow. I'm going...
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Well, on my count. Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
No excuse for slack.
Leave it all to me.
No escape. Gather. Prepare yourself.
Transfixed.
Leaving so soon. You can't run from death. Stabilize. You can't run. Well,
Overruled. Transfixed.
solidify. You need to hurry up.
I must leave no stone unturned.
This one's well done. You need to hurry up. Roasted fry.
Laid bare.
Low.
Auroron!
Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not?
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he?
Oh,
Why are you so upset?
of course I'm not a Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone...
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save... Haven't I told...
Be wary of beast
Oh, so you won't always be...
I'm sorry, Granny.
Next time?
No, they just...
Okay.
Yes.
So...
Because they said they...
Hey! Even if the...
I'm sorry.
We can submit the... Let's clean this place up and get back to the city.
Sounds good.
You're...
Yes,
Now's...
Recite the 3 warn...
Huh?
How exactly did the masters...
Oh.
I see.
That's right.
Now that you know...
We'll give her a full...
Well, I need to...
Technically, yeah.
Sure.
Understood.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you...
Well, at least...
Traveler, Paimon, once Auroron is...
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, come with me, Auroron.
Goodbye, Gramps.
We're finally done. All right, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What is it, Traveler? What? That captain? Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that... Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? All that stuff about protecting St. Lal... Yeah, you... Still, Paimon... We still have another hope... Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you.
It's you. You should...
I'm terribly sorry. It's just...
And
You're right. Great.
Oh, so you're gonna call...
Well, I could. It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character. Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along? The details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa.
Hello, Bispo.
Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something's rapidly approaching.
Something? Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
See, Lolly? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremony. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Oh, here we go again!
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh! And now you're talking back! Well...
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so...
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear...
Wait, see, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still... So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This is... You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this... In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Why did you help the captain? And I want the No answer? Think... Real... Just use your brain for a second. You've always been a good kid. What?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this. You're very kind.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to... sorry. You say all the...
who...
That's irrelevant. Auroron, if you're still thinking about...
That's not it, Granny. I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say...
His voice. Aurora!
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan.
Get back here this instant! Aurora!
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get...
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. You must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell... little...
Whoa, that's a little...
I'm sorry. Auroron probably... We've got quite a... Do you two have some time?
All right.
Then let's go. We can...
Really? That's... he's right. We're Caesar.
Hey, come on.
Are you sure? Sure.
Do you see people standing by the door? They look...
What?
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as...
Do you think she's drunk?
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every...
Oh, so you...
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back?
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call...
Huh? God...
Oh,
Please, Granny. I wouldn't dare.
All right, that's enough.
See, Lally? See, Lally?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my...
Are you still with us, See, Lally? You're kinda talking to...
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, I mean, come on, monster? Me?
Granny, See, Lally, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly! And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you. Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how... That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard...
Did she just fall asleep?
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred.
She's meditating again.
Is this another specialty of the map?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique.
Warning, warning. Red. Red, the color... Huh? Traveler?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl. Hang on, just...
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about...
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before.
Are you feeling okay? What?
There's so much that I...
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's...
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple...
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think...
No, that wasn't my point at all. Serious... Huh? Tell me what...
Yeah... This...
So... You heard...
It's okay, See, Lally. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore. Hearing me mum, it's just like when you're...
So that,
It happens to be... Take a walk with me.
Looks like she's completely given up.
Well, great view, right? I love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful.
You're making me want...
Oh no, what...
I was an expression, okay? Let's just have a casual...
Really? You don't see...
Well, I guess And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them.
What? You're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say.
Well, you are powerful.
Some are. Other? What about you?
We don't find you scary at all.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that... No, not...
We believe you.
Yes, but Mawika already told you about Auroron's... The reason being, his soul is... No one knows who his parents were. The Masters of the Nightwind believe a possibility. To turn Auroron into... The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Now, when damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroron. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. When the chief... Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing? It's not right. So, the plan was everyone thought he would be happy he survived. He asks this question.
Wait, what?
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui.
Traveler, didn't the captains... Anyway, we can't just let things go on.
Probably drank too much. Boogie!
Hey, we're friends!
Good point. Friends. I like this.
Auroron's probably back with the captain to... You mean about the backup plan? Yeah, you're right. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first...
this! Let's dance!
Let the mighty be humbled. Silence!
Leave it out to me.
Gather! Bow your head. Stabilize! Gather!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Settle down! There's a tear in my robe.
Come on, we can do it. Let the show begin.
Solidify! Silence!
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.